Hello there, B2B. Facebook's trying to get back into our hearts, and I'm here for it. Well, they launched some new B2B targeting. So let's dive in. To my surprise, they actually gave us a lot: employee size, company founded, some creator stuff, like targeting creators, revenue. Interesting. This is interesting. Now let's start with the employee size. They have two buckets here. They have some kind of categories. So large business to business enterprise employees, so 500 plus employees, 200 to 500, 10 to 200. And then they have some kind of more basics, 1 to 10, 100 to 1, 101 to 500, 11 to blah, blah, blah. You can see here. Now, the difference between each of these is the longer sentence ones where it says B2B enterprise employees. That's based off of IP, where a person's logged in. The obvious thing that sucks about that is work from home, took over. A lot of companies like Zoom are bringing back employees, so I could see the value there. The other side of it, it seems like it's based off of the company page. Now, I don't know what they're basing these person off. I don't know if they have to be at that company on their profile on Facebook, but I guess we'll see. It could be interesting. I do kind of like it, but I want to test it. So what we're going to do, so as you can see here, the reach, I just put $1,000 a day just to see what that reach is so we can use it as a baseline. We're just going to do the IP address ones, the longer sentence ones, and we're going to do 500 plus employees. Now, we use a software called Metadata that allows us to push B2B audiences. So you basically just create the targeting within the platform. So what I'm going to do is combine it with that custom audience. So let's start with an audience that's we know is actually under 500. So let's click that and see what that gives us. Okay. I'm impressed because it actually tells me there's no reach, as there shouldn't be. Now let's try an audience that has over 500 employees. So we call it our blue chip, whatever. Take out that. And the reach is actually still small too. So it's telling me that there is, I can't use this for the companies that we're targeting. There's in this audience here, there's about 3,000 companies. So for us, that's no good. I'm not counting it out yet, though. Let's try the other option, the company size, more than 500 employees, which seems like it's based off of the company page. Let's remove this. And so still have that same audience, blue chip. You know, I'm just going to add in, just give it a little bit more. Let's add in this company I know that has 500 to 1,500. With that, the reach is under 10. We can't use it. All right, maybe employee size is no good, but there's more options here. Alongside the employee size, they also give us company revenue. 1 million to 10 million, less than a million, and more than 10 million. From what I understand, this is also based off of IP. So, if you're at Microsoft and you're logged in, they know your revenue is gonna be over 10 million. So, blah. Now, working with software companies for a long time, I've learned, and using pretty much every single data provider ever, I've learned that revenue can be hard if it's not a public company. So if you're targeting non-public companies that don't have to share revenue data with the world, it's going to be very hard to get a good depiction of revenue. Public companies, different. You literally have to show the world that you're public. So that's completely different. Now, I would say most public companies are more than 1 million and more than 10 million. I could be completely wrong on that. I'm just working off of my kind of space here in the industry of software and B2B. Now, again, let's test it. I'm just going to leave them all three here, and we're going to use that audience again. So let's do one of our, I got a bigger audience here. Industry targeting. This is a much bigger audience than what I'm talking about, 50 to 5K employees. Click that. See what that reach is. We can't use it for that. And I will say a lot of the companies we target are not, especially under 5,000 employees, are not public. I do believe we have something here that is public companies. So that's all right. So we do have a public company. It's like B2B software, Microsoft, Google probably in there, Meta, all those type of companies. So let's get rid of this and let's see what we got here. Public companies with the company revenue. I'm not doing anything funky here. I mean, you can see ages 18 to 65, locations. All right. I mean, No, really not. All genders, and the reach is dismal. Now, just to kind of gut check it here, look at the reach. It really just jumps up when take that out. So far, we can't use it, but I guess if you're targeting like a Pepsi, maybe you can. Not done and out yet. They did give us some other stuff too. They also gave us companies founded, 3 buckets here, before 2000. So typically this is going to be those kind of legacy companies, if they're big enough, especially. 2000, 2009, and then so like MySpace, Meta. And then like in 2010 and now. So a lot of D2C companies, probably a lot of software companies too. So that's kind of interesting. As you can see here again, the reach, I got the $1,000 a day budget. So let's test it out. We target software companies, so they should fall within that 2010 and now space. There's gonna be some outliers, obviously, but let's give it a test see here. This is the industry, so it's like software internet industries. For fudge sakes, so we can't use it. But I don't know if this helps. We target marketers, CROs, CMOs, VPs of marketing, demand gen managers, managers of marketing. We can't use it. I do see the value in here. I do see that there could be some value, especially if you want to target like maybe newer companies or if you have some sort of criteria there. It's just not for us. Again, not down and out. There is more. They also gave us some page admin, some new page admin stuff. So Instagram business profile admins and new page admins. So new page admins could be interesting because maybe someone got a new job and they became a new page admin, right? That happens all the time. This one I'm actually very bullish on. The reach overall is small. Actually, do I have this on here? Oh, okay. We're in good here. Watch. So I have that industry, that list already going on here for that reach. Let's just take it off real quick, see what that reach is. So 793K, $10,000 budget a day. Now, why I'm bullish here is because we target marketers. If you're gonna advertise on Instagram, you're gonna advertise on Facebook, you need to be a page admin. So this is where I'm bullish, and I can see something happening here because, like we saw, we can actually use this. So I'm pumped. I am pumped right now because we found one that can actually give us a little reach. So that's interesting because if you pair that with something else, now obviously you can't use the customer list because we're using a B2B targeting tool. I'm talking about B2B targeting natively. But if you use that with maybe some other interest targeting or marketing, you could be onto something. So I'm pumped about that. That's interesting. There's something there. But wait, there's more. We got one last bucket here. It's actually a very interesting one. And I'm not sure it's the best B2B targeting because not a lot of companies are going to be targeting these people. But you could use it as advertising to find creators for your niche. So this new bucket here is actually creators. They gave us some new creator behavior targeting options. So food and drink creators, health and wellness creators, and travel and outdoors creators. This might be more for the D2C side, to be honest. But if you're targeting, maybe people that follow travel or outdoors in the B2B space, this is tough. It's new, and I'm kind of interested in it because it's different. Now, it doesn't give you like a threshold because I don't know what they define as creator. Maybe it's someone that is making money off of Facebook and Instagram, with their creator fund. Or maybe it's just someone that actually just posts on Facebook and Instagram, maybe with Reels, and just has a certain amount. It doesn't really define it. But I do find it interesting because basically, if you're a B2B company looking for creators, this might be a cheap way to advertise to them and talk about like your creator program. It's not the best B2B thing, I guess, but it's something. It's different. All in all, for us at least, because we target software companies, not a lot of them are public. These options aren't the best. I still don't need to use a B2B targeting tool, but I can feel the love from Facebook trying to get back into our hearts. So I'm not going to use it, but it's interesting. Let's just say it's interesting.